Today's story is about two important words. The first is hope, and the second is resurrection. Do you know what these two words mean? Hope means believing and trusting in God even in the middle of difficult times. Sounds like a pretty good word for us right now. Our other word is resurrection. That means dead people coming back to life. Now that doesn't happen very often, but in today's story and in the one we're going to hear in just a couple weeks, resurrection is an important word for you to know. So today I want to tell you the story about Lazarus and Mary and Martha from the book of John. You see, one of Jesus' best friends had died. His name was Lazarus. And Lazarus was the brother of Mary and Martha. They lived in a town called Bethany, where Jesus often visited. "Oh, Jesus," Martha said, "if you'd been here, my brother wouldn't have died. You could have helped him." "Martha, Mary," Jesus said, "believe this. Lazarus is going to live again." "Yes, when we die, we will all go to live with God," they said. "That's true, Martha," said Jesus. "We will all live with God, but that's not really what I mean. Show me where you buried your brother." So Mary and Martha took Jesus to the grave where they had put Lazarus' dead body, and a crowd of people were gathered there. Jesus cried. His friend was dead. Jesus loved Lazarus very much, some of the people said. Then Jesus said, "Open up the grave. Take that big stone away." "But he's been dead for 4 days," Martha said. "His body will smell." Even so, Jesus said, "Take the stone away." Jesus prayed and prayed to God. "Hear me," he said. Then Jesus said with a loud voice, "Lazarus, come out of the grave." Everyone gasped. Out of the grave came Lazarus. He had been dead, but now he was alive. "Give him some clean clothes to put on," Jesus said. Some of the people in the crowd were not happy that Lazarus was alive again. They were the Pharisees, the rulers. "Look at that," they said to one another. "Now all the people will do what Jesus tells them. If people follow Jesus, then we won't be as important anymore. Maybe we should try and kill Jesus." So this story about Lazarus and resurrection is pretty amazing. Someone being dead and coming back to life, that truly doesn't happen very often. But in this story, it showed that Jesus had power even over death, that there was nothing that God was not greater than. Even in bringing Lazarus back to life, he showed about hope. You know, you and I have hope. We can trust in God no matter what our situation. As we find ourselves home with our families, staying away from other people, we can remember that we have this hope that God is always with us, that we can trust God no matter what, and that God cares for each one of us. One of the best ways that we can remember this hope is to try to share it with others. That requires some creativity as we're all separate from one another. But this week I would challenge you to make 1 card, or 5 cards, or 15 cards, and mail them to one of our local nursing homes. This Wednesday night, we were supposed to be able to go together to Brookwood Nursing Home, where we were going to sing and visit with residents. Of course, our plans have changed now, but many of our seniors are living without any visitors, and so this would be one way you could share the hope of Christ with them. Make a card. Drop it in the mail. I hope that we'll see you soon, and I hope that you'll pay attention as we hear these words in the weeks to come: hope and resurrection.